B-Man is back.
Oh, okay, Jay, boys, try it again. Oh my gosh, Durant got that stuff. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered. Something is true, something but look at that, my God.
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. And I'm back with another ProAM Madness video, but this one is different. I won't be talking about the gameplay, which I so totally dominated, especially in that second quarter. But and we made our team, this wannabe Kentucky Wildcat squad, leave early. But no. I want to talk about, first and foremost, I hope everybody had a happy and safe 4th of July, Independence Day. I certainly did. But I want to talk about the news that broke during Independence Day, and that is Kevin Durant basically telling the world that he's signing with the Golden State Warriors. Now, what that means, everybody's going crazy. Lil B have lifted the curse since Kevin Durant now playing for his team. But what do I think of this move? Kevin Durant is now the Bitch May Cutler of the NBA. You heard me right. Now, before I get on with it, let me explain. So, yes, I was rooting for Golden State against Cleveland. I would have rooted against anybody against Cleveland. So even if Durant was on this squad this past season, I would have still rooted for Golden State against Cleveland. But that's not beside the point. Anybody that knows me in the past few months or so, I have been calling Durant, I think it was like 2 months actually. I have been calling Durant a bitch for the comments he made about my city a few months back. This just solidifies my point right here. Because let's check this out real quick. Him and OKC, a lineup like that with Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams, Ibaka, and so forth and whatnot. That is a championship caliber squad right there, or close to it. And they had a 3-1 lead over, at the time, the defending champions, Golden State Warriors, and they blew it. So what did Kevin Durant do? He leaves OKC and go to Golden State. If he would have left OKC, went anywhere else, even to the Spurs, who they beat in the playoffs, I would have said, okay, that's not bad. He would have went to Miami, I would have welcomed that. He would have went to Boston, I would have welcomed that. He would have went to the Spurs, I would have welcomed that. Who else was on the list? I think the Lakers was on the list. I would have welcomed that. There was so many teams on the list outside of the Wizards. But he went to Golden State, and it's kind of is a bitch move. Now, people are already starting to compare Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors to LeBron going to Miami. No, those are two different scenarios. First of all, when Miami left, he left a Cleveland Cavaliers squad that was lucky enough to make the finals that one time, and they shouldn't even been there to begin with. And then he had like a rundown, about to be out of the league, Shaquille O'Neal, and that's it. He had no other top tier talent with him when he left Cleveland. Unlike Kevin Durant, who had Russell Westbrook, one of the top 5 best players in the league. You know, so that's one reason why those two scenarios are not the same. Another reason why those two scenarios aren't the same, because of upper management. When LeBron left, there was issues between him and upper management. We talking like, I forgot who it was, either the general manager or the owner. I think it's the owner. And yeah, there you go with that. But in Kevin Durant's case, that's not the case at all. Him and upper management, there's no beef there. I'm not saying everything's all gravy because I don't know, but based on what I'm hearing, everything was fine. You know, there was no beef or anything like that. That's another scenario. And then when LeBron went to Miami, this was a Miami Heat squad that barely was a playoff team at the time, if they was a playoff team. And LeBron went there, Bosh went there, and all of a sudden Miami went from a team that barely made the playoffs to a team that was a consistent final contender. In Kevin Durant's case, he left a team that was a final contender and went to another team that is a final contender. So yeah, those are 3 differences as far as how LeBron James scenario and Kevin Durant's scenario are different. In fact, if y'all want to still criticize LeBron for doing it, then Kevin Durant's scenario is much, much worse because of 3 reasons I gave y'all just now. Now, what happens from here? It depends. It's not 100% certain that the Golden State Warriors are going to go 82 or anything like that. Pump the brakes because they need a big man. They're not keeping Bogut. I think Azili's gone. I don't know. And because of the money that they spent on Durant, which is only 2 years by the way, he had the option to opt out of his second year. So everything not set in stone. So basically, what that means is they need a big man, and they don't have the money to get a big man, which means they're gonna have to move some players. They're gonna have to trade some people. But it would be the same thing as it was in Miami when LeBron and Bosh went to Miami. They couldn't get a big man because nobody wanted to trade it with the super team. So would anybody want to trade with the Golden State Warriors and get them what they need? I doubt it. So everything is not set in stone just yet. They probably gonna need like another year or 2 years before they start winning championships again. Who knows? But everything's not set in stone. They still gonna have to deal with the Spurs who added Paul Gasol. And but Tim Duncan, he may retire. He may retire because there's rumor that he is strongly considering retiring right now. We know Ginobili's coming back. You know, they got Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, LaMarcus Aldridge, and you know, that crew. But and then Manu Ginobili gonna come back, but they haven't worked out a contract yet. He gonna do that after the Olympics. But Tim Duncan may retire. And everybody talk about the Clippers could be a challenge for the Golden State Warriors. That's if they stay healthy. Cause when was the last time you remember the Clippers staying healthy? And not to mention the Clippers have not done a damn thing out west. So they could contend with the Warriors early on, but as the Warriors get to gel and they get the necessary pieces, not really. So yeah, man, there you go with that, man. Y'all know who this is. And peace out, y'all. See y'all next time.
Kevin Johnson. K Jr. KJ2. Come on. It's Kevin Johnson. It's K Jr. Johnson.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Yo, right here. Showtime! Oh! The third time I did that dunk. Look at this replay right here. The Kevin Go strikes again. Oh my God.
Johnson up top.
Hey, Junior. He knocks it down! K Jr. with the buzzer beater!